So AI glasses are everywhere right now, but most of them fall into two categories. Either they're basically just a Bluetooth sunglasses with speakers, or they look like you strapped a tiny gaming PC to your face. But then there's the INMO Go 3. And honestly, these might be one of the weirdest but most interesting smart glasses I've tested in a long time. Because these aren't trying to replace your phone. They're trying to become your invisible AI assistant. It has navigation, live subtitles, real time translation, teleprompter mode, and notifications, AI notes, music, and you can even take phone calls. And somehow they managed to fit all of that into glasses that actually look wearable. But here's the real question. Are these finally the smart glasses worth using daily? Or is this still another cool tech demo that's not really for normal people? After using the Inmo Go 3 for a month, here's everything you need to know. Now, first thing I noticed here is that these look way more normal than I expected. And that matters here, okay? Because the biggest problem with most AR glasses right now is social acceptance. If you look ridiculous wearing them, people just won't use them. The Inmo Go 3 actually tries to solve that. They come in multiple frame styles, prescription lens support, adjustable nose pads, and they only weigh around 53 to 58 grams depending on configuration. That's surprisingly light for something with displays, microphones, speakers, batteries, and AI features built inside. And yes, people will always notice that you're wearing a smart glasses, but I mean, comparing this to like a Vision Pro, for example, these feel much closer to normal eyewear. This is probably the closest I felt to okay, I could actually wear this outside. Now here where things gets interesting, okay? Unlike smart glasses that only give you audio feedback, the Inmo Go 3 actually has a built-in display system inside both lenses. It uses a monochrome green micro LED display with up to 1500 nits of brightness. Now, for you, maybe that sounds super technical, but in real life, it feels like a tiny floating holographic information in front of your eyes. Notifications appear, directions appear as well, translations appear as well, and because the displays are monochrome green instead of full color, battery life gets much better. Honestly, that is a smart move. Most people don't need a full cinematic AR glasses all day. They just want a useful information quickly. And outdoors, the brightness actually helps a lot in sunlight. The field of view is around 30 degrees as well, so don't expect Apple Vision Pro levels of immersion. Honestly, these are more like information layered into your life instead of living inside a virtual world. Actually, that approach makes way more sense for daily wear. Okay, here's another cool feature, okay, and I think this is genius. Most smart glasses actually die super fast. But the Inmo Go 3 has a removable battery built into the arms of the glasses. And that changes everything. Because instead of plugging the glasses in and then waiting, like the Meta Ray-Bans have their own battery case, the Inmo Go 3, you literally swap batteries and you keep going. The charging case can extend usage around 40 hours total depending on usage. And honestly, I think that's massive for this category. This might actually be the smartest decisions I've seen in wearable tech recently because battery anxiety kills wearable devices. People stop using them once charging becomes annoying. Inmo clearly understood that. Now let's talk about what these actually do. And honestly, this is where things starts feeling futuristic. These can actually do live translation. This is probably the killer feature here, where you can get real-time language translation directly in the glasses. And Inmo claims support for a huge number of languages.
辰野市の住宅で田中千尋さんを殺害した疑いが持たれていて、母の澄江さんの死亡にも関与しているとみられています。 映像は今月20日午前、辰野市の揖保川にある橋の近くで撮影されたもので、警察は同じ日の
Imagine you travel to a different country. Someone speaks to you in a different language and subtitles appear in your glasses. That's the kind of feature that sounds fake until you actually experience it. And no, it's not perfect. There's that occasional delay and translation weirdness, like basically every AI translation tool right now. But the fact that this exists in these glasses is wild. Right now, as I speak to you, this is the next feature is the teleprompter mode. I'm basically reading everything that I'm saying right now as I make this video. Honestly, as a content creator, this might secretly be one of my favorite features. You can literally use this as a wearable teleprompter. You basically put in your script into your glasses, and while you're recording videos, your script floats in front of your eyes. You don't need a giant setup now, no awkward eye movements, no giant monitor beside the camera. That alone makes this interesting for creators. Now, the next feature here is super cool as well. The glasses can also summarize meetings, create notes, and display live subtitles. Now, if you're in the class and you want to kind of listen and dictate what is going on right now. So, for example, someone is talking in front of you, or you want to record what their what the lecture is. You'll be able to use it with Smart Record. Basically, whatever it hears, it'll do a transcript for it as well, as you could see here. As I'm talking, it's making a transcript. And at the same time, if you are talking to someone and maybe it's a bit tough to hear them, you'll be able to see what they're trying to say on the screen, as you could see here. So you kind of have subtitles with like, for example, on a phone call, you'll be able to have subtitles for that. You'll be able to transcribe lectures as well. Basically, whatever the glasses can hear, it'll be able to make a transcription for that, which is really cool. Now, controlling these smart glasses is always tricky, and Inmo does something very different here. They use a smart ring controller and touch controls. Very cool idea in theory, but honestly, this is probably one of the weaker areas right now. For most cases, for me, it does work, but the latency sometimes with the ring controls is a little bit awkward, but this feels like first generation behavior. Now, for example, if you don't want to use the ring, you can also use these side controls right here. Basically, you swipe frontwards, backwards. You can also touch it once to select something, or double tap so that you can go back to the main menu. And quite honestly, the ring is not terrible. I'm not saying that it's unusable at all, but it definitely needs more polishing in the future. Now, most of you are asking, is this actually good? Now, these are not perfect, but they might be one of the most practical visions of AI glasses I've ever seen. Because Inmo focused on battery life, lightweight wearability, useful daily features, translation, notifications, creator tools as well, instead of trying to make some giant sci-fi headset. And that makes these way more interesting than a lot of competitors. But you still need to be the right type of person for these. If you want immersive gaming, giant cinematic AR, perfect UI polish, flawless controls, these probably aren't there yet. But honestly, if you travel a lot, you're a tech enthusiast, you're a creator, and you want to use teleprompter a lot like me, someone who's obsessed with AI tools, someone who wants the future early, these are genuinely fascinating.
Wow.
This is all about wrong. Somebody ripped my butt and turned it into this.
You wanna build 3?
Now let's check out the Inmo speaker, and basically it has these 3 buttons that you can control your phone with. There's volume up button, volume down button. If you hold each one, it will previous or hit the next song. The middle button is to play or pause button. You can also use it for phone calls. And then the back is also magnetic. You can also put it on any metal surface you want. Pretty cool. So what's the verdict here? The Inmo Go 3 feels less like smart glasses and more like the first real attempt to an AI wearable assistant you can actually wear daily. And honestly, the swappable battery system alone deserves attention from the entire industry. Because this is the direction wearable tech should go. Less gimmicks and more practical usefulness. Now, are they perfect? Of course not. But for the first time in a while, I can actually see where this category is heading. And that's exciting. So the real question is, would you actually wear AI glasses in public yet? Or are we still a few years away? Let me know in the comments, and if you have any questions at all, I'll see you guys over there as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!